Yes, it was awarded to Peter Diamond, who's at MIT in the United States, Dale Mortensen, who is at Northwestern in the United States, and Christopher Pissarides, who is at London School of Economics.
And what did they receive the prize for?
The official line is for their analysis of markets with search frictions.
To understand this prize, we have to understand the dynamics of the labour market. So could you, sort of in simple terms, tell us what search frictions are and what their impact is on the labour market?
Right, so search frictions exist in many markets, but as you noted, the most important example is the labour market. And in the labour market, the search frictions show up because workers are looking for jobs that are suitable to them, and this is a process that takes time. Similarly, employers are looking for potential workers, and they also are looking for specific workers. And so this process of matching the two together is referred to as frictions, search frictions. And that's an important element behind why we have unemployment, because when it takes time, you will have unemployed workers and vacancies, unfilled jobs.
So search frictions is the sort of time and resources it needs to fill job posts and for people to apply for posts and be interviewed and for jobs to be accepted.
Exactly. So because that process takes time, the laureates thought in the 1970s, and we just heard Professor Pissarides describe how he started in the 70s with an interest in understanding why the unemployment rate was going up so fast in many European countries. So he thought we have to think about this. It's a huge problem. It's a social problem. What determines why it's going up so fast? And he discovered that there was no fully appropriate theory for thinking about how the unemployment rate was determined as a result of this costly search. So he started working on that, and Peter Diamond and Dale Mortensen did the same thing on the other side of the Atlantic.
So you said there was no sort of real theory to describe what was going on. What did economists think before the three laureates published their groundbreaking work?
I think the idea that there are frictions, the idea has perhaps been around, but it had not been developed into a coherent, complete theory to really think about all the important components in the labor market. So one is the worker perspective and the firm perspective. Another one is how they're matched together. And the third one is whether this market works well or not. And I think these questions were mainly not addressed. So they have their work has allowed us to think coherently about all these important issues.
So was the labour market perceived by economists to be like any normal supply and demand market?
I think a bit more like that. This is not the only possible theory of unemployment. I mean, you can imagine that for some reason wages are too high, and then that will create unemployment. And then we have to think about why they're too high. But I think it was the first full theory of unemployment and how it evolves over time because of search frictions.